Friday, June 7th. We took a couple of days off. We were waiting on the rain to clear. We're headed out for a 40-mile stretch between Carvers Gap and Dennis Cove Road. So we stopped here at the Smoky Mountain Bakery in Roan Mountain and had a big breakfast. It was, I think, the best one we've had so far on the trip. We always like to eat a big breakfast before we leave. But anyway, we're in Roan Mountain. We're going to leave the truck at the Refuge Hostel, and we'll be there tomorrow night, and then we'll move again. But we didn't want to leave the truck parked real long at Carvers Gap or Dennis Cove. So anyway, we're going to be heading up to Carvers Gap in just a minute. The weather looks beautiful, and that's what we wanted, to go over the Roan Highlands, which is where we're headed today. So we will see you when we get on the trail. Came in Sparrow's car and parked it, and we are headed up into the Roan Highlands, northbound. Beautiful day. See you down the trail. Just a little ways up from the road, and I came into this dark spruce fir forest. It looks like right up here we'll be going back out in the open.
Out of the wooded area, there's Carvers Gap where we parked. So we're working our way up the mountain here. Got to get the first good view. We've climbed up a little bit out of the gap, but the views are going to pick up as we go. So this is just a teaser. The place is teeming with day hikers. It's a Friday, and a pretty Friday. So a lot of folks out walking up to the views from the, it's pretty, I guess it's a pretty easy hike, it looks like, to get up here. So, popular day hiking spot, especially on a pretty weekend. So, until we get out of the distance they can walk, we'll be with these people, which is fine. I'll take this over rain and nobody. So, here we go. We're off like a herd of turtles as per the usual. top of Jane Bald, which is the next bald after Round Bald. So it's back there. There you can see it back there. And we've made it. It's mostly a rocky slabs and boulders type of climb we've been doing. It's not very long. But yeah, this is kind of what you're doing, just walking along these rock faces and up boulders that I think we're about to pop out here on the top. So I'll show you what it looks like on Jane Bald. Well, this is quite a contrast from walking in the green tunnel like we've been doing lately. We've had a few open views, but now we're just out on exposed balds. It's a pretty cool experience. It's like you're in another country almost or something. But then you look down on the beautiful Appalachian mountains below, looking back toward Round Bald where we came from. So Carvers Gap's down, up, we went over the top of that and came down, and now we come up this bald. And I'm not sure if this is the actual top or what, but anyway, it's not really a big grassy bald like Round Bald was. But it's beautiful. The views are endless in all directions. We got the rhododendrons blooming. You got the mountain azaleas blooming. Hopefully you can hear me over this wind. Feels good up here today. It's probably in the 60s, upper 50s maybe even, but it is breeze, probably 10 to 20, but maybe not 20. But anyway, it's a breeze. It's not constant. Feels great. So anyway, we're plugging away. We'll check you in a minute. Jane Bald, and you can see the trail going up the next climb over there. That's Grassy Ridge. So that's our next mountain top to get to in these Roan Highlands. So beautiful hike. Down off the bald, and we're coming down through this real tight trail with thick growth on both sides. So I guess we'll pop back out as we move towards the next. I know there's some more balds ahead, but I don't know where they are. But anyway, we're in a green tunnel again now. But we will just wanted to show you this to let you see that it's not all just open up here on the Roan Highlands. So starting to open up a little bit right in here, but still a lot of brush on both sides of the trail. So looking up though, you got a beautiful sky today. It's awesome out here. There's our white blaze, letting us know we're still on the right path. Shelter. This looks like a small one. No picnic table. Oh yeah, there is. A little different design than some of them. But here we are. Probably take a little break here. So yeah, it's just a single deck. I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 people could sleep in there. Stan Murray. This is what it continues to look like. Lots of lush greenery on both sides of a clear walking path. So, hadn't been very hilly either. I mean, once we dropped down, I mean, we've been just coming along on a pretty even contour. So, it's been okay. We don't have to even go that far today, so we're doing fine on daylight and all that, plenty of it to work with. So yeah, but I'll show you anything we see as it comes up. But right now, this is what the trails have been looking like for the last few miles. Check in later. We're on our way up Little Hump, steep climb. So we stopped taking a view there. It was beautiful, it's still beautiful. But anyway, we just crossed there at the Over Mountain Yellow Gap, where the Over Mountain Trail crosses the AT. So the Over Mountain Trail was where the Over Mountain men marched to Kings Mountain for a Revolutionary War battle against the British loyalists that were entrenched there in 1780. So pretty historic ground. And they won that battle, and it was a major victory for the Patriots in this Revolutionary War. So pretty cool to walk on that ground. All right. We'll keep climbing. right, it's about 4 o'clock and we're looking at Little Hump, and you can see a couple people over there. That's the AT, that trail going up. Obviously we're off the AT and we're walking on a grassy area. We got a call, that's Grandfather Mountain right there, by the way. Zoom in on that a little bit for you. Grandfather Mountain. There's the hump, which is a bald. It's very, very nice view today from up here, but we're following a little side trail. It's not even a blue blaze, because Debbie's cousin has a cabin up here, and she's called us while we're on trail and described how we can walk toward their cabin. So that's what we're doing. We followed their instructions, and we're trying to make it over here, and we're going to meet them, and we're going to actually stay with them tonight. So we called an audible on that, and we're heading to meet them. I guess the wind's probably drowning out my voice a little bit, but it's a beautiful day up here. Fantastic. So anyway, here we go on a scenic route adventure across Little Bald. All right, talk to you later. Tonight. We didn't know this when we left this morning that we were going to do this, so we called an audible and they met us. We did a little bit of bushwhacking. He told me how to go from we were on Little Hump when we got the call from them, and he told me how to find my way over to where Yellow Mountain Bald is, and they hiked toward us and met us, and then we walked with them back to their vehicle and took some pictures up there on Yellow Bald. There's some cattle up there grazing. You'll see that in the video. Anyway, we're here, and it's a great place to be. So just wanted to kind of show you what we're looking at, and we'll probably do a little bit more film later, or video later. That's Grandfather Mountain back there. That guy back there, that's Grandfather Mountain. So anyway, we'll talk to you later. All right, we're inside the cabin, and this is Whit. He's the owner of this fine establishment, and he's actually, it's June the 7th, okay, and we're up here on Yellow Mountain, and we're building a fire because it's cool enough to build a fire. So just to show you guys what you're missing down there in the low country, where it's probably in the 80s right now. Still, we're here enjoying a fire and a cold beer, and the smell of some great food cooking in this beautiful cabin that Whit built back in the 20 years ago.
Yeah, 22 years ago.
22 years ago. So
This family.
this wonderful place. And most of the wood, except for the log kit part, came off of the property here. So he's got a lot of maple and cherry. The floor's all cherry that you cut off the property, right?
Yep.
And then this is maple on the banisters.
Banisters are maple, hand hewn,
And
most of the draw lines.
then we have the paneling is maple.
Maple, yep.
Yep.
That came off the property as well. And the floors are cherry.
Floors are cherry. Look at these beauties. Anyway, it's a really nice, cozy cabin, and the weather here is phenomenal in the summertime.
It will be, when I got this morning, it was 56.
We're gonna walk down here to his trout pond, and they've been swirling around, but he's actually gonna throw some feed out here, which he's doing now. So we're look at these guys. Wow. So this is not a fishing pond, he said.
This is a catching pond.
It's a catching pond. That's our kind of deal right there. Fish are just zooming around. All right, that's how you catch them. You just net them. Look at that. Isn't that a beauty? It's a beauty.
That's one of the small ones.
That's, yeah, I can see some big ones. Slippery rascals.
When we need something to eat, we'll get a net full and then pick out the ones we want.
That's a great way to do it. So did you build the little pond?
Yep.
It's perfect, isn't it?
It's got 4 springs running into it.
Oh my goodness.
The main one from up there and the one comes down off the hill. We got about 9 gallons of water a minute flowing through it, so it's good turnover of water.
Beautiful.
About 7 feet deep.
Is it?
Yeah. Inner tubes are under the porch and
Diving board?
yeah, no diving. We can, between the fish food and the inner tube, we can hook you up with what we call a mountain jacuzzi. We'll put you in the inner tube and sprinkle the fish food around it.
It boils the water. Okay, I like that. That's a great plan. If it was a little warmer, yeah. Anyway, it's a beautiful spot. It's got gardens and fruit trees, a few Christmas trees over there, it looks like.
Yeah, we
Some
grow
Frasers.
those, and then the flame azaleas. We got flame azaleas and
Mixed in over here, we got the flame azalea, which is a wild azalea from the mountains up here. And it grows, I mean, I showed you some pictures of those from Roan Highlands today. They're gorgeous. But yeah, it's sweater weather up here. So it's all about elevation. All right, talk to y'all later.